Good afternoon, Jonni Majik. Welcome to Mike on the Mic. How has things been on your end with this COVID-19 experience we're having?
Well, boy, to be honest, the thing is, being somebody that likes to be out there and putting a smile on people's face and entertaining, it's kind of restrictive, So for me, I think it's very hard, because dealing with people is what I like doing, and being here by yourself and trying to make the most of it, I think is the greatest challenge. So the only thing I'm actually doing is taking advantage of this time to practice some of my tricks and plus stuff I've already invested in that I've never gotten around to doing. So now I could get a chance to practice and stuff and things like that.
I know you have a big following. What are your words of advice to your followers now as everybody have to stay home? What do you tell them?
Well, boy, to be honest, I really want to tell people, take this thing seriously. Really stay home and be safe. Don't take life for granted, and in all sincerity, Mike, what really, really pulls at my heart, boy, is that this is a serious, serious thing. And when you go on social media, seeing people just totally disregarding, man. Look, like as I mentioned to you when we were chatting earlier, that I saw a video where police went on the beach to pull people away on Good Friday. I can't understand how people cannot see the gravity of this thing, how important it is to focus and be disciplined. It just takes one, as the press conferences say, it just takes one person to tip the cart, and that's it,
Yeah.
Exactly. So I just want to tell everybody, just focus on just doing your part and don't take life for granted. Trust me, don't take life for granted. Life is too short. This is the time you should really focus on being your best and being there for each other. And we as a people, we as humankind, we need to be there for one another.
You see, I have a little Easter bunny in the corner of my screen right here.
Yes.
I've been audited by the Easter bunny. Going back to the interview though, how important you think magic can be for the youngsters at home who are trying to find new ways to occupy their time?
Well, that's a good question. Magic for me, it's all about not only just entertainment, but distracting in a very positive way, right? And one of the reasons why I got into magic is I really love to see the expression on people's faces, where you can actually see you have taken time to taking them away from their blues and their woes. Because let's face it, we all have our stripes every day. And one of the things I realize magic does, which is very underrated, people don't realize, it takes you away from your troubles. And then the way that I do magic, like I'll be talking to you, and while I'm talking, hey, by the way, bam, bam, and I do something, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
And that whole feeling of awe and wonder, I think it's a very, very powerful tool to have. That when you create awe and wonder in somebody, it's an emotion, you move them. And when you move them in that direction, it takes them away from all their woes, their stripes, their ins and outs. I've had many people after I did something, yo man, I was having a terrible day, and just seeing you do these little things just make me feel 10 times better. And that for me is what magic is all about.
And what would be your word of advice for people who want to take this opportunity just to begin training? Where should they go? Where should they start?
Well, boy, the greatest teacher right now is YouTube. Actually, to share this story with you, if it's okay.
Yeah.
That's how one of the reasons I got into magic. When I started surfing YouTube and stuff, I came across this guy. I'm sure a few people probably know it out there, called a masked magician, where you go on these videos and he's actually showing you how these amazing magic tricks are done. And you have one side of the fence that people say, oh, that's really bad because he's giving away the secrets. But the other side of the fence where I fell in is that I was motivated and I was inspired to see, if this is what goes into magic, it was very interesting. And then one thing led to the other. And then from there, my kids got me a Chris Angel magic kit. And when I got into it, I was like, wow. And then they had this card in there. If you really want to be a magician, go to this website.
Yeah.
And one thing led to the next. But if you're really into magic and you want to get into magic, go on YouTube. You can just type in magic how to do magic, and it will take you to a whole world of learning stuff.
COVID seems to be a very, very interesting virus. There are a lot of people who have a lot of free time on their hands. And as you said, YouTube is a good teacher for them to get into the magic and that kind of stuff, right? Moving forward, let's see some of the tricks that they could probably try on their own.
Well, I guess you asked me to teach a trick. No problem. Plenty different things. Now, one of the things about magic, as I said, modern magic, is that a lot of magicians, we tend to design magic tricks or do magic where it's everyday stuff, you know? So when you work with something that's organic, that's every day, and you see every day, you tend to be like, you know, hey, here what's going on, man. This stuff has more impact as opposed to just the ordinary, like, hey, you want to see a magic trick kind of thing. So example, let me ask you daughter something. You know, a magician has a sidekick, right? Like how SpongeBob has a sidekick. Who's SpongeBob's sidekick?
Who's SpongeBob's sidekick?
Patrick, right? Batman has a sidekick. Who's Batman's sidekick?
Batman's sidekick, top load.
Robin.
Well, believe it or not, a magician has a sidekick, and his sidekicks are cards.
Okay.
So, let me show you an amazing card trick with a deck of cards. But I'm going to do this with your daddy. Now, another thing in magic, we have something called mentalism, where we can actually predict and get into your mind. So check this out. I'm going to get into your daddy's mind. Watch this. Mike, I want you to think of a card. I have a full deck of cards here. And what if I was to tell you, you think of that card. Think of a card. And the card I'm going to pull up here is going to be the card you're thinking of. Now watch this, yeah? Think of the card, Mike. Think of the card. Yeah. You're thinking of the Two of Hearts.
I'd actually think of no? Spades.
Okay. Well, I think I failed to mention that I'm a magician, not a mentalist. But I'm still trying something. Let's try one more time. One more time. So again, my deck of cards, right? Think again. Think again. Think again, Mike.
Yeah,
think of that card. You have it in your mind?
Yes.
Okay. So from the full deck, I'm going to pull out one more card. You're thinking of the Nine of Spades.
No.
No? Well, remember I just mentioned I'm a magician, not a mentalist, right?
Yeah.
So let's do some magic. Let's just get rid of the deck and do something else, right? How is that so? Yeah, like, you didn't figure out that's what happened there, right? Where the deck going? Now, that's what you call magic.
I hear.
Right? No. I want to use the most common thing. I was thinking of before I got into the interview, well, you know what magic to really teach people that they can get their hands on.
Mm-hmm.
I guess everybody has a rubber band, correct?
Yeah.
So here's a magic trick I'm going to teach everybody. I found a way to teleport. I can teleport from one point to another point, from point A to point B. But I'm starting off very small. So let me show you. Example, I could take this rubber band on these two fingers and let them teleport from these two fingers to these two fingers without actually doing that. So they're going to jump from these two fingers to these two fingers. Now, to make it even more interesting, check what I'm going to do. I'm going to lock that rubber band inside so it can't come out, right?
Yeah.
Give it a stretch. Now, what I want you to do is look here. Do not blink. They're going to actually jump from these two fingers to these two fingers. Watch, huh? Do not blink. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I see your daughter like, oh. Yeah, that's all like, oh.
That was
so, you want to see that again or you want me to teach you? Which one? I think I'm going to show you again one more time so you can really get it.
Show us again one more time.
So again, teaching you how to teleport. 2 fingers, put them onto these 2 fingers. They're going to jump from these 2 fingers to these 2 fingers. Make sure I'm going to lock it down inside so it can't escape, right? So check it out. Again, watch again. 1, 2, 3. Now, let me teach you or share with you a little insight on magic.
Mm-hmm.
So if anybody is out there into magic or they want to get into magic, I'll share one little secret with you. Every magic trick a magician does, or I should say a true magician, has a story. Magic is made up of 2 things, believe it or not. Physics and misdirection. Okay. Misdirection is your story. So what did I tell you? I tell you I have the ability to teleport to jump from these 2 fingers to these 2 fingers. So that's the story I'm telling you. So I put it on. Then I said, to make it even more interesting, I'm going to lock it down inside. So I already carry you in the story, and I'm actually,
Yeah.
you know, I'm actually letting you flow with a story. And I say, okay, check it out. So what you do, no matter what, just keep looking. And after 1, 2, 3. Now what happens is, what you don't see is when I say I give it a stretch, what I do is I stretch it onto my hand like this.
Okay.
Right? And when I go like this is the distraction apart from the whole story. Because what happens is I would release my hand like this. And what happens is it goes over. So this is what is happening.
Okay. And the red rubber band keeps it in place.
Right. And this is what was the fuller. It's like, wow, well, how we can, because you locked it inside. But really and truly, see, this is the physics here. Right? So you have the story, you have the misdirection, and then you have the physics.
Okay. So the lock really wasn't a lock, it helped as in the physics of it.
Right. So the beauty about magic overall is when you tell the story, you engage the spectator. And once you engage the spectator, it's like you're carrying them along. So as you tell the story, it's a build up, and then bam. Yeah. You have something in the end. You know what I mean? But that's basically what magic really is. It's really, 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 really a distraction. You know, and the art of distraction is what makes magic really, really, truly amazing, man. That's what I love about it. Okay. So next time you're watching a show, and again, I'll let the viewers know a little secret. Always remember when you're seeing a big show on stage, why you think a magician has an assistant? You know, you realize when he goes to do one part of the magic, the assistant does these dumb dances. And you're like, yeah, that's the distraction. So while you're watching that, you know, something on the side is going on.
Okay.
And then voila. Yeah, and that's how it is. So
my assistant here, who's the distraction, I didn't get to introduce her. This is Nala, my daughter. This is my
hi, Nala.
bunny.
How are you? So you like magic?
Yeah.
Yeah. She said she'll try the trick.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very easy to try. But actually, I could do another one for you. Check this one out. We have a pen.
Yeah.
Right? And again, we have a rubber band. Magicians are very good at making things move, correct? So check it out. I'm going to put the pen on the rubber band. As you can see. Right? Let's try to, it's a little stiff, so bear with me. Let me just write. So what happens is, you see you have two ends of the ink. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stretch the rubber band, and I'm going to try to make the pen move. Watch this. I'm not moving my hands there, but watch this. 1, 2, 3, and move. Move.
Wow.
Move. Move. Would you like to do that one?
I kind of saw a little something there.
All right. So you're seeing it there, right?
Yeah.
Let me put it all the way down in the end.
Yeah.
Right. So let me try to make it move again. Watch. 1, 2, 3, and move. Move, move,
wow.
move, 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 move. Right. Now here how you do this magic trick. Actually, let me use a rubber band. It will probably work better. Again, what you do is you tell a story. I can make things move. So behold, I have a rubber band, and I have another rubber band. So what you do is show it could go up and down, up and down. And then while you're telling the story, you're doing the magic trick. And when you stretch, you keep your hands and you say, on command, move. And what happens is it starts to move all by itself like this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah? Right. Now, it's very easy. Again, you tell a story on misdirection.
Yeah.
And what is the misdirection? You're talking about gravity and how you make things move. And while you're doing this, what you're doing is you're actually grabbing some extra rubber band.
Yeah.
And then you stretch it. But to your eyes, you think it's the same thing. It's the same length. And what you do is you're showing the audience that like, I'm going to make it move on command. And what you're doing is you're slowly releasing the rubber band. And you see the tension slackens and it moves. And then when you finish on the end, you show 2 fingers to show like, well, it's the same length of rubber band.
Yeah.
Oh.
Very interested.
Yeah. So you have rubber bands at home, you know what to do now, sweetheart.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So that's it for the tricks, right?
Well, what else you want to see? Well, there's so much, boy. I don't know what to tell you. Ah,
I don't wanna take too much more of your time, but I mean,
yeah, man. My time. We home. I have all the time in the world.
the tricks was part of the distraction for me personally. But I wanted to ask this question and then come back to me.
Sure.
How has the COVID experience affected your business? Because I know this is your full-time job doing
Right.
magic, right?
Yes. Well, good question. I mean, I have to say, like everybody else, it has affected me in a really, really big way. Once they announced the initial first lockdown and putting things in place, I literally lost about $20,000 in 1 week in work.
Oh wow!
In different gigs, yeah, because I had a whole bunch of gigs lined up. I had a really nice gig that was lined up to be in a restaurant where they have every Wednesday they do entertainment for their customers, and I was carded to be on one of the Wednesdays. Then I had like about 3 schools to do and about 4 birthday parties for kids, and then I had this big function that I was going to do, and everything just phone call every day, one after the next. Okay, cancel. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm in the race like everyone else, you know, trying to adapt and trying to put things in place. But as I said, what I'm trying my best to do is to use the downtime in perfecting some of my magic tricks. And the thing is, we as magicians, we invest in a lot of magic tricks. And just like anything else, when you invest, you know, you have a whole bunch of stuff piled up there. So I have some stuff I have bought since like 2-3 years ago. I've never practiced, never done. So I'm now doing it. So my frame of mind, as I say, is to think positive. And when this thing is all over and people are out there now looking for things to do, and when it comes to entertainment, I personally believe that the 2 areas are going to flourish very quickly when this is over is food and entertainment.
Okay.
You know, people are going to want to go out again, you know, I mean, not just fetting, they're going to do everything. They want to go out and just enjoy being entertained, being somewhere. So I think what I'm trying my best to do is design my sets of performances coming up for people to receive that. You know, I want to work with that reception of how John Public is going to be. So that's basically what I'm doing with my downtime.
So your words of advice for us in the public would be to use this time at home if it is to work on your craft. So I guess if you're a cook and you want to get some new recipes,
precisely, yes,
the time wisely.
This is the time to evolve and better yourself, because really and truly, I was reading something the other day and it made a lot of sense. They said this is the time where mankind is forced to get creative.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen? And actually, this excerpt I saw on television made a lot of sense. The guy said, which made a lot of sense, what's going to happen after this thing has lifted? A lot of new ideas and creativity is going to come out.
Yeah.
And it's going to be practical, you know. So little things are going to come in and say, well, damn, why I didn't think of that?
Yeah.
You know, because there's the old saying, which I live by, invention is the mother of necessity, or the mother of necessity is invention, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that I think is something to look forward to. So everyone out there, I mean, you're home, you want to learn a language, you want to cook, you want to sew, you want whatever. Again, YouTube, the greatest university that there is. There's so many things to learn. Because actually, I am actually doing a language too. Okay. I always wanted to learn Spanish and different languages. So I say when it's time I learn, and that's what I'm doing in between. So I'm learning a language, practicing some of my tricks. Well, I've always been a good cook, so I always cook, but then sometimes I find myself wanting to cook something different and something a little extra. And so it's all about occupying your time, you know, and appreciating your loved ones and appreciating everyone around you.
On that topic of creativity, my assistant here, Nala, we go and buy bunny ears, so she went and she made her own bunny ears. And this is
right, again, perfect, you see?
Yeah, it shows the ideation phase and the creativity, which is, as you rightly say, this probably might be a time for us to rethink the way we do business, the way we use technology, the way families operate in the home. it's a good
right?
time to use wisely if it is that you're conscious enough about what you're doing
Yeah.
and the space that you're in.
You see, the thing is too, Mike, what I have learned over the years, and I will share with you and for all the listeners, always remember, we as human beings, we have something in all of us, but unfortunately, it's not on the same level. But we all have something in ourselves called desire
Yeah,
and will. And it's only environments, what I've noticed over the years and reading and learning and seeing, it's due to your circumstance, due to your environment, due to your experiences, creates a level in you that you will know how strong your desire and how strong your will is. So example, as we speak, how many people are, let's just use Trinidad alone.
yeah,
How many people in Trinidad are sitting home alone frustrated? But the reality of that frustration is one of two things. You have one set of people out there is going to be frustrated and just sitting down crying and pulling out their hair. And you
yeah.
have the other half is going to be like, you know what? What can I do with this time?
Mm-hmm.
This has been bugging me with my plumbing. How can I fix this? This has been bugging me. I realize if I've learned this, I'm able to do this and
Yeah,
the desire and the will. And that just takes a domino effect. So if each and every one of us could take that time to reflect and look in ourselves and have that will and that desire to make a difference, not only for ourselves, but everything around you, the world will be a much better place.
and I can make a plug for myself here. I mean, I've been in television
Yeah.
for almost 20 years, and this Mike on the Mic idea was something I was brewing in maybe about 5 or even about 10 years
Yeah.
ago. And because I
And
had
it's a brilliant idea.
because I
And
had
your
yeah,
timing could be more perfect. Your
yeah,
timing
because I
could
had,
not
and
be
it's only
more
because I
perfect.
had that time, and as you rightly said, the will and the desire, because faith crop in your head now, you can't do it, that kind of stuff. But as I
Right.
said, I spent an entire day on YouTube, and this is the result of it.
Again, you see YouTube, university YouTube, I'm telling you, man.
It's
People,
a
you all
great
gotta understand, YouTube is an avenue to so many windows to learning. So many windows. It's unbelievable. There's no limit. It's up to you.
Yeah. But my final question is, would you be embracing the digital technologies to continue serving your clients as well? I know you're talking about Skype. Would you be moving forward?
Yes, well, what I'm looking into right now, because I mean, being in contact with my fellow magicians online and international all over, what is starting to happen is you're having what you call online shows. I'm sure you've seen. I've kind of seen it. I have like a couple of friends. Example, I have this friend who's into Zumba, and I realize she has a whole online class, and I see she posts how many people. So everybody's finding this way to channel their entertainment little things through online. So talking to fellow magicians, I realized that we too can do shows. And actually, I tried my hand at it a couple of days ago, where I had a family, with family friends of mine. They were all bored with the kids. So like what we're doing here, I set up with Zoom and put everything together and did a magic show.
Yeah.
And it was wow. So I'm looking into it now to the point that if we're going to go a long haul with this and people want some form of entertainment, once you have access to your laptop or you could connect your laptop to your TV or anything like that, and of course we have the apps, I can actually set up a show. So the only thing I have to figure out now is how to link up with the client in terms of payment. And
Yeah.
I guess pretty sure online, you probably just wire money to my account, that kind of thing. And of course, the costing is going to be considerably less now because I'm not leaving the
Yeah.
premises, I'm not paying money on gas, and so everything is going to be right there in your face, kind of thing. But I already have like three, four families interested. So again, it's just to work out the teething problems in terms of the whole video connection, make sure the clarity is there, and see where it takes me.
Okay, great. Well, that will be my
Yeah.
final question to you, Johnny. It was good that we could connect. I mean, I know we know each other maybe more than 5 years, maybe going on and
Yes.
we know each other a long while. And it's good to see
Yeah.
that you reinvent yourself from a photographer to now a magician and flourishing and using the time in a very constructive way.
Well. Let me just interject there. I realize for some strange reason, I don't know why it happened that way, but a lot of people think, yes, you know me as a photographer, because I get into magic, I'm no longer a photographer, but I still am a photographer.
Okay.
So I do a lot of food photography, I don't do as much weddings as before,
Yeah.
but I still do a lot of photography. But so it's all about, I'm doing two things. right? I'm actually doing a third thing. I actually have another business. I was getting off the ground before the COVID, which was providing fruit cups and stuff. But again, that's has to put to rest until this whole COVID finishes. But yeah, I've been doing the photography on this side. But unfortunately, I lost some work because people are like, oh, don't call him again. He's a magician. So by you saying that in public, I was like, no.
I didn't mean to affect your business. Sorry.
Yeah. So I still do photography.
Yes, probably the magician brand is so much more bigger that they get to know you're more familiar with.
Yes. Yes. Well, eventually that's what's going to happen. Yeah? That's what's going to happen because right now it's first it was photography and then magic, and now it's like this.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just a matter of time before magic is like this and photography is like, and then.
Well, from something I learned on that TEDx talk, wherever you put your passion is where it will grow. And obviously, the magician and doing the magic, where your passion it will grow. And that's my final wrap to you, Jonni. I'm glad that you correct me.
Well, let me share with your daughter one more magic trick. I have a magic silk. Where is it? Is it this one? No. Hold on. Ah, here it is. Magic silk.
Yeah.
Can you see my magic silk? Now, I want to show you how I can find your card with my magic silk, right? So you're seeing my cards. I want to make sure you see me there, okay?
Yeah.
So I have a deck here. So what I want you to do, I want you to tell me when to stop.
So when to stop?
Stop.
Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right. You want this card or you want this card? This one or this one?
That one.
That one.
This one?
Yeah.
This one? All right. So check it out. So what we're going to do, we're going to put it in the deck, right? This is your card, right? We're going to put it in the deck. Watch this real good. So put it in here, and what we're going to do, we're going to mix it up.
Yeah.
Right? Give it a little cut again. We know it's mixed. Now, we know your card is in here somewhere, correct?
Yes.
Now, my magic silk, I'm going to take it and put it in here, and I'm going to find your card. Let me see. This is your card. I'm finding it. Think of your card. Think of your card. And this is your card.
No.
No? All right, okay. You know, normally I don't fumble like this, you know, but I feel Mike have something to do with this, you know. You just settled me up here today. But that's all right. That's no problem. I'm a magician. We can get ourselves out there. Let's go one more time. Let me see. Think of your card. Think of your card. And this is your card.
No.
No? Oh, so because you have bunny ears, you're just trying to make me look like a fool, right? All right, okay, no problem. All right. I'll try one more time. I'll try one more time. You know what? This is your card. One of these. All right, okay. Let's get serious. Let's find your card. Remember I tell you it's a magic silk, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it. I'm going to wrap it up. And let's see if we can find your card. Now, I want you to think of your card, okay? Think of your card. Think of your card. Is this your card?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, thank you very much.
That was good. Thanks, Jonni.
All right, man. It was a pleasure. Really great. And I hope this Mike on Mike take off and people see you and make things happen. And I wish all the best for you and your daughter and your family. And stay home and be safe, everybody.
Take care, Jonni. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.